Hello everyone, so we are here right now at Sandy Bowman's and I'm here with my friend Travis, and Travis is actually fighting right here in Fort McMurray this weekend. So how do you prepare for something like this when it comes to a big UFC fight?
Lots of time in here for sure. You prep your game plan. Diet's really key. Mentally, you got to prepare lots for it. Just do a lot of visualizing and stuff. But your work in here and your work in the cage is the most important thing for sure.
Now, right here in Fort McMurray, this seems to just continue to grow and grow and grow. And obviously, in other parts of the world, it's growing as well. Why do you think UFC is so popular?
It's probably the toughest sport to compete in that I've competed in. I played hockey, I played football, I played most every sport, and this is by far the toughest one. There's so many different aspects of it and different parts of it, and you're constantly learning. There's always something new to learn, and it's so popular because, I mean, at the end of the day, well, people like to watch fights, right? So this is a controlled way to do it.
So Travis, this isn't your first fight. How are you going to prepare for this fight in particular? And what's in your thoughts why you decided to do it this time?
This fight's a lot different for me. The guy who's been in my corner my whole life, I lost in January. My brother, also one of my best friends, and he's actually the reason I started fighting. So, yeah, it was definitely really tough keeping my head in it. And then I got back for a little bit, and then I lost my mom in March. So, yeah, it was. I tried to stay in here as much as I can throughout that. And, you know, some days you just don't even feel like getting out of bed. But got a lot of good people around me, a lot of good teammates. My good friend and I consider a brother, Mike. A lot of it's, you know, your time in here, you're doing work in the cage, just getting comfortable being in a cage, because it's a lot different when they lock the door and you're in front of 2,000 people, and you know then you figure it out pretty darn quick, right? But yeah, just cage work and, you know, your time in the gym, rolling with your partners, lots of time with your training partners. That's the best way to prepare. Just hours, endless hours in here.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're getting all geared up for MMA this weekend. I'm here with my friend Mike, and we are at Bowman's Taekwondo, and we're talking all about a really wonderful event coming up this weekend, and in fact, it is your first fight. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Mike?
It is my first fight, yeah, I'm really excited. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I got motivation from a good friend of mine, so yeah, it should be exciting.
So do you have butterflies? Are you nervous? How does this work?
I'm not nervous, but I definitely have a lot of excitement built up. Just happy to get it over with finally. I'm tired of eating chicken and rice for 2 months, and
no kidding. So how do you get inspired for something like this? What made you decide to want to fight?
One of my good friends passed away back in January, so it was something that he always wanted to do was train for this sort of stuff. He fought in the last Prestige. Myself and his brother are really close, so he's fighting this also, Travis. So I just wanted to be down here with him, working with him through it. So here I am.
So this has to be crazy exhausting for you, not only physically, but you have to prepare mentally as well. What are some things that you do to get yourself all geared up for it?
Physically, just train 5 days a week, basically in here, and then I do a cardio thing on my own on the weekend. But as far as mentally, I just think about my game plan, what I'd like to do. Think about the positive things that I'd like to see in the fight, and then if something that doesn't go the way I want it to go, well, then work on that too.
Right on. Well, all the best and congratulations. We'll work on those butterflies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As we continue on prepping you for this huge event that is coming right here to Fort McMurray when UFC is coming, we have one of the lovely ladies who was added onto that card. I'm standing here with Sarah. So Sarah, this is your first fight, correct?
Yes, it is.
So you are a mom. How do you prep for something like this?
I have a great group of people around me, and of course, I have my family, and my family really helps. They're very supportive.
Now, what made you think, you know what, I want to go out there and I want to become a UFC fighter?
I think, like I've been part of this gym now for 4 years, and it was just one of those turning points. Well, I have girlfriends that do lots of different things, and they're like, what are you going to do next? And I'm just like, well, maybe I'll go into the cage and I'll fight. So I made it a bucket list thing.
Awesome. So now, when you think of UFC, you don't always think of females, but I know it's continuing to become a more and more females starting to join the sport. Would you encourage other females to try this out?
Oh, absolutely. It is probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my whole life. Just the strength that you pull from yourself, like as a female, is just incredible. And afterwards, like you just feel like you can do anything.
Now, having a daughter or having daughters, what do you think really makes you really tell your daughters, this is something that you need to try? It's that empowerment level.
Well, it really, for them, I really encourage them to just push themselves in whatever they're really passionate about, and to go for like their best. And how can I tell them that when I don't do it myself, right? And so they see me exhausted and just at my wits' end, and they're just, well, if she can do it, she's my mom, like I can do it. So I hope they see that.
And as you prepare for this, how do you mentally prepare for this huge, big first fight?
I don't think I can say it. No. I prepare by just having really positive people around me. All my family, all the guys at the gym, my coach Sandy, he has been like a huge inspiration for me. So I just keep people that are around me that are very positive.
Awesome. Well, good luck. I know that you definitely are a positive personality, so I wish you the best of luck.
All right, it's almost Friday, almost time for the big MMA fight up here in Fort McMurray. I'm joined by my friend Steve, and he is not a vet, not even close. This is actually his 7th fight coming up. So how do you feel like being the grandfather of the group here in terms of experience?
I feel good. I feel ready. Lots of preparation went into this camp. I actually just came off of a fight just before this, so I'm already was in shape coming into it. So everything's good. Just trying to stay nice and relaxed and calm, and just ready for the storm that's about to happen.
And good for you. So obviously this being your 7th fight, you've obviously learned some lessons along the way. What are some things that you always keep on the top of your mind to keep on the top of your game for an upcoming fight?
My biggest thing always, and I do struggle with it, is staying relaxed. I go in and I get after it, and I really try and put a hurting on guys, and make it exciting for the fans. So yeah, just staying calm, staying relaxed, going over my game plan, not worrying so much about what he's bringing to the table, just more or less focusing on what I'm good at, and just sticking with my game plan.
And how do you stay so sharp mentally?
Just stay training, stay active, stay fighting. Lots of guys think that cardio is key, which I'm not denying that, but fighting is key. You got to fight. You got to be in here every day, and you got to be fighting.
And now Fort McMurray is turning into more and more of an MMA town. What would you say to people to encourage them to come out to the event this weekend?
I would say if you like excitement, if you like unpredictability, that's the place to be. Win, lose, or draw, everyone gets in there and gets after it, and they're there to make a name for themselves just like everybody else, so it's always exciting.
Well, good luck, sir. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.